Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Welcome you all for this today's session. So, in today's the first topic, which we are going to learn about reasons for rejecting research article, maybe by editors or reviewers. What are the reasons? What are the reasons? Okay. Uh, as a researchers, we must be very clear that rejection is a part and parcel of every research process. Sometimes it will accept, sometimes it will reject. Okay. If rejection also, no worries. Based on that comments, you try to work it out and then submit to another journal or the same journal. Many researchers, what they do the corrections and they slightly change the topic. Okay. Can you know now it's audible? Okay. Thank you once again. I will just check. I think now my volume is clear. It's better comparatively than uh, still not audible. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So the reasons for rejecting research articles. So a couple of days ago, one of my research article got rejected from two reviewers' comments we have received. Hardly very less only. One reviewer some 10, 12 comments, another reviewer some 15 related comments. Uh, Most of the comments, if they are an expert in reviewing, they will just say the positive things in your sections, then they start providing suggestions. Okay, some researchers they don't do all those things, just they write uh, the technical sensible content, they write without appreciating, or those things will not be there. So that will be depends on the reviewers. Okay, in Web of Science they have a course, you can explore it. Okay, Web of Science course. So there is an option uh, to learn about this review course. Okay, like how the review happens, like how to review the research articles. So before going to this content, hopefully there are your many researchers are here, you could have some experience on uh, like your article also get rejected earlier. So just tell in the chat box like what is the reasons for rejection of your research article. Maybe novelty, maybe other issues, whatever it may be. You can share in the chat box. What are the reasons for rejection for your research articles? The lack of analysis, interpretations. Okay. Methodology is not connected to the problem statement. Yeah, this is also. Sometimes your sample size is very like small. Okay. See, during my postdoc time in IIT Delhi, my mentor, he used to submit the research article to the top journals. And he know what are the top journals. Uh, Within 1-2 months, they will send the comments. If it is rejection is like article is getting rejected is also fine. But he need 3 comments why the article is getting rejected. Like 3 reviewers' comments. Okay. Later, they will work out uh, the for that queries, and they will not mostly submit to the same journals. Less than that, than the previous one, you can find some journals. For that journal, they will submit smoothly. The article will get published. Okay. Uh, Many researchers I have seen like that. Another researchers from transportation discipline, he also says that his professors follow similar method. Okay. The ultimate thing is why they submit to such quality journalists. They need a quality review comments. Many time we are not accepting the reviews comments by other researchers. One of my friend in New York State University, and there in certain meetings, the professors may be friends, but when they are in a discussion related to research work, they'll be very serious. It's a serious business. Even my friends or whoever, whatever it may be, but that time they'll be very uh, clear. Uh, the ethical practices will be followed. Okay, because in research they don't compromise. In research they don't compromise. Each and every questions by the experts for rejecting your article has a valid reasons. So that as a researcher we have to uh, go through, and we have to uh, do those corrections, and you have to submit again. How many researchers here you get a big comments that your article is rejected and you don't change, you don't do any corrections. The same article you submit to another journal. I have seen some researchers like that also, because they are not interested to because they are not interested to change uh, or based on the reviewer comments, they don't want to like enhance their manuscript. Yeah, optimization results, gap, small sample. Yeah, good. From I also had lot of rejections of manuscripts, and my mentor, even in IIT, they have a lot of rejections. Even a professor maybe from other top institute also will have a lot of rejections in publications. So don't worry about that. It's not that only you are getting rejections from journals. And some journals, one major reason is because there are journal finders. When you go to the journal finder and submit your abstract and title, it will automatically provide you the journal informations. The journal finder belongs to elsewhere. It shows that the acceptance rate. Some journals has an acceptance rate of uh, if 20%, which means if they are receiving 100 articles, 80 articles gone. Okay, remaining 20 articles only going to get accepted and going to get published. So somehow some articles your research work may be good, okay, but based on this acceptance rate, rejection rate, sometimes they may uh, reject your research article. Mostly at the end of the year, these things sometimes may happen. And one more important thing here is in one top journals and elsewhere, once my article is rejected, comments are very simple only and very less number of comments. I think 2-3 days it is done. Immediately I have not submitted. After 6 months I have submitted in a very smooth manner. I think some 6 months or more than that, the article is done. Okay. And most important thing is the reviewers whom the editors are sending your research article. Okay. Sometimes if you have a good reviewers, good editors, then it's fine. Some journals that may not, because these are all small reasons. The most important thing is you need to understand it's common and novelty. Many researchers they check what novelty you are saying in your research work, originality, and improper formatting. Try to spend a little bit time for your research articles. No proper proofreading. Proofreading is after the acceptance. They will ask a lot of grammatical queries and other format related queries. Okay, after the technical evaluations. So that time you need to answer. Mostly the corresponding author has to respond properly on time. And many researchers they have a problem normally. Abstract will be excellent. After abstract, which content they used to read is the introduction part. Abstract will be good. Inside the body of article also will be good. But introduction part, when they start reading, the connection between the sentences will be worst, right? uh, I have read during like reviewing many articles. Abstract will be also good. Inside, if you see the body of the article, also they could have done an excellent research work. But introduction part, they will write the introduction part. But when you read, there will not be any flow. Suddenly, it will go there, here, in a different way, right? But mostly we won't reject it such articles. We will provide a suggestions to change uh, that literature review part in different sections as a different paragraph. But repeatedly there are authors they don't do any changes. Okay. And some journal the scope will be different. Recently I think I saw a journal, the name is engineering something, but if you go through the reviewer board or editors board, everybody from computer science. Many researchers they don't go and read the scope. What they do, okay, engineering, okay, we are also from engineering, so we will submit the article. Obviously time, everything is getting wasted and finally you will get a rejection mail. Scope is very important. Don't just read the journal name and decide that it belongs to all from all engineering. Because when I explore, suddenly found like the title is engineering, but like information technology and computer science based researchers, computing based researchers alone is available. Then what about others? So if other articles are there, how they will review? And when I see the RQs and find the title, all are related to computer science. Then I went to the scope. I just read the scope. What is the scope? Then they clearly mentioned. Okay. So as a researchers, we have to check those things. Okay. And some researchers, when they have a results or certain informations, they will not discuss the results much. The interpretation of result is very, very important. See, as a researchers, we have to ask a lot of why. Why you get that results? Okay. By getting the results, what is the use? Lot of why you have to ask, and that details you should clearly mention in the discussion part. And sometimes grammatical typos, spelling mistakes. Once one author cited his research, cited inside the abstract, rejected only because anyway other reviews also will reject, but clearly mentioned why we have rejected. Not only that, there are other multiple typos I'm just telling. Even because of small grammar typos, there's a chance your article may get rejected. And figure qualities, then some journals they have a page limit, 15 page, 15,000 words. So as a researchers, we need to follow those guidelines also. Okay. And some researchers, what they do, submit their research article to multiple journals. That is another issue. For example, MDPA is open access publisher. If you are submitting your article to two to three MDPA journals, you will easily get to know that you have submitted to multiple journals. Some of the other, some peer reviewers will point out what the flaws and raise the concerns. For example, 2 or 3 reviewers they say as major revision, and some of the important flaws. Sometimes the editor, associate editor or editor in chief, when they explore, they may suddenly reject it. And sometimes peer reviewers score. If you see many journals, the peer reviewer will give an option to provide a score for each and every research article. Once I have received a during my editorial time in a journal RESM, Research on Structural Engineering and Materials. So 3 reviewers also provided the score less than 40 or 30 somewhere. Then I just saw the comments. One is I think major or something. Another two they said revise. Then one is mostly they don't want this article. After full revision and only it is possible. By seeing the very limited scores and the comments of I think 2 major revision and one no minor revision actually. So I just rejected that article. So the comments, if you read, it is like lot of things, like lot of information is getting missed. So I just rejected. Later, editor-in-chief texted me and asked, why you rejected that article? Then I said, these are the reasons and these are the reasons. And then the editor-in-chief said, as there are 2 major revision, normally we are like sending or accepting because I think nobody said reject. Nobody said reject. So editor-in-chief said, you could have sent to the authors and check whether they are completing all these things, and it may take a lot of time, but you can just follow up and check whether they could have able to complete or answer all the questions shared by the reviewers. Okay, there are some such editors also. Then plagiarism, copying text, like suddenly if the AI plagiarism is showing certain numbers, obviously they will reject it. The data, so samples were insufficient and poorly analyzed. One second. Then the problem study design. The design is very important for any research task, right? The perfect planning. And if you have a very poor methodology, that is also create a lot of problems. Lack of control groups. So I have seen some researchers put a lot of fake datas. Uh, so so that there is not much use in that. Somehow, if it is identified or known by the editors, a huge chance for reject your manuscript. Okay. What could be the reasons for review article? See, review are good, Corey. For review article, the rejections mostly happens because they need some additional information than the existing content. Conclusion, you will write what can be the future, everything in a positive note, you will be writing it. But inside the body of your article, whenever you are writing, not just summarizing the existing work, try to additionally incorporate uh, like your suggestions, other information also. Then one more information, the most important thing when you are writing the review article is uh, the sequence, the flow is very important because you are writing multiple 120, 200, 500, 300 articles. If you are using it, the bringing the connection is not an easy task. So if somebody is reading, I said right, just when I'm reading the introduction part, suddenly there is no connections. So think your entire article is not having much connections between the authors to authors' research works to research work. So that's the thing, you need to create certain headings, then collect that 6, 7 articles, and you have to write about that, and you have to cite the authors properly, right? So that is one major reasons. And earlier days, rarely you can find some journals fully for review. Because such journals were a little bit reduced recent days. But in technical journal itself, there is an option, review article, you can submit it. So how many of you used the tool named math type? Is there anybody used the tool named math type?
Hi everyone.
So math type is an equation editor. Is one of the best
Hi
tool.
everyone. Now we are going to learn about the
So many journals, they prefer the equations to be used using math type. A short video, I'm just sharing it on checking.
in an institute. If you are taking a problematic subjects, so for typing the question papers for answer keys, so you can morely for typing equations, this math type software will be more helpful. This is the math type website. So you can find here the math type 7 for desktop option is there. You can use in Word, PowerPoint, Pages, Keynote, Numbers, and the download for Windows option is there, as well as the download for Mac option is also there. Then if you want to activate, you can use this option, and you can have a free trial. And if you want to go for an older version like math type 6, you can click over there. And for community subscription and free trial for university, college and school. And if you have any queries, you can contact sales@virus.com, support@virus.com, and info@virus.com. And there is a contact form too, and they have 2 offices in worldwide, one in Spain and one in US. In the description, the Google Drive link were provided, so you can click the link and you can download the math type software. After downloading the math type software, you have to install it, and they will be providing a free trial. You can use it, and if you think this will be helpful for your research purpose in future, then you can buy it. And for buying the software, if you need any help, you can contact us in mail, manuscriptpedia@gmail.com. We will be helping you. And after the installation, when you open your Word file, you can see the plugin name math type in the top. So using this also, you can type some equations and you can go through. At the same time, the first option is there, inline. When you click the inline option, so this is the math type desktop. So here all the options were there. So the relational symbols, spaces and ellipses, and operator symbols, arrow symbols, logical symbols, set theory symbols, and other miscellaneous symbols, Greek characters, uppercase, and like open bracket, close brackets, fraction and radical templates, and subscript and superscripts, summation, integral templates, underbar and overbar, and labeled arrow templates, products and set theory templates, matrix, box templates, like other expressions, pi, theta, and all various expressions were there. And here you can find algebra, derivatives, and statistics, matrices, sets, some trigonometry and geometry, and other tab 8, tab 9. You can have your own shortcuts, equations over there. So now here one thing we'll see mainly is for opening the tool. Here we went to the inline option, so we can have a shortcut. So if you have that shortcut, easily you can open the math type, as well as you can close the math type with the shortcut even. So that will be more helpful. So that we'll learn now. Just we'll close this. So go to the file option, go to the option, click customize ribbon, and again click customize option, click macros, and here you will be finding empty command, insert line option will be there. Empty command, insert inline option. And when you click that, here you can find, earlier it was alt plus control plus Q, and this is the new key which I have assigned. So if you want to have another short key, here why control E is mentioned is E which is like an equation. So control plus E if you are typing, so automatically the equations, the MathType software like MathType desktop will be available in that line. And if you want to any shortcuts, if in your if you want to create any shortcuts like Control plus B or Control plus C something, you can use it, or you can use Control plus E over there and just click assign. So here earlier I have typed Control plus E and it is assigned, so you have to click assign. Then now when I click Control plus E, so I can find the desktop, and here one thing I have to see how I have with the by using the shortcut I'm able to open this desktop. So at the same time you need to close, right? So click preference, customize keyboard, menu command, file menu, and close and return. So here I have used Control plus E earlier. Just type Control plus E and click assign and close. Now just I'm typing sign and clicking Control plus E, so automatically it will disappear. So this you have to use so that while you are typing a lot of equations, so easier it will be helpful. But now in the desktop, what all the options were there, and like superscript, subscript, some of the shortcut keys we will be learning now. So there are some shortcuts like Control plus H for subscripts. So Control plus L for below, and so if you can do it manually without shortcuts even. Sorry, Control plus H is for superscript, and Control plus L is for subscripts. Yeah, and for superscripts and subscript. And here you can see in the bottom, in the desktop bottom, you can find whatever I'm clicking. You can find so what that symbol mentioned. Sine theta. And then another one option will be it will be more helpful for many researchers. For example, yeah, see you'll have some other equations like plus. So consider this may be the equation which you are having in your system. So every time this kind of similar kind of equations maybe you'll be getting twice or thrice in your research article. So that what you can do is just select it, and before select, click tab 8. Here you can find more spaces. Just select it, just drag and paste the equations over there, so that next time when you are typing, you don't want to type from the first and search this for EAC, you type here and there. You don't want to do that. Just I will erase it now. When I click there once, all these together it will be appear in the screen. And again, if I am clicking Control E, that will be appear over in the your manuscript. When you double click, the same the MathType desktop will be opened. Any correction you want, you can click and you can do it. So all the options were there. Just give it even in just will. the matrix. Here you can give how much row you want and how much column you want. So here no bracket is there, so just click escape and click the open and close brackets. Yeah. So as we are using it again and again, you can this will be more user friendly for you. You can just copy and paste. So this is how it will be more user friendly for typing the equations for your research article, your PhD thesis, as well as for writing the book chapters, for preparing answer keys, question papers. If you are taking a problematic subjects in your colleges, so if you want to do some changes in style like font size and other thing, just click text and Control E. So this will be now available in a text file, text form other than mathematical equations. So color, line spacing, all these details you can provide. And if you want to zoom or zoom out, edit options, then file or printing the equations. And in help, some table of contents, some tutorials were available. Click the define option, you can find lot of options over there. And here you can find the text. So what is the font is there, Times New Roman. So, sometime in the articles the font size may vary, so you can click here and you can change it. Like when you're typing some equations, if you want to bold or italic, whatever you want, by using this option simple as well as in advanced, you can use it. Like finally click apply before after doing the changes.
This is one of the best tool. Once when I'm using this, I think hopefully many researchers you could have used option which is available in Microsoft Word when you go to the I think insert symbol options, right? Most of the researchers we prefer that. But certain level only some equation details will be available over there. But if you are a pure researchers working with like mathematical or certain research full of equations, lot of equations, it is very difficult by using those things. and I received a comments that all the equations must be written using equation editor. I said Microsoft Word is the equation editor, and so because initial days, no, we don't. Then I started searching what's the equation editor and all. Then there are few tools in that. This is one of the best tool, user friendly tool. Just a lot of shortcuts are there, and uh, if you want to purchase, you can purchase. Or there are other versions like Crack or other version is also available. You can watch some YouTube videos. You will find a lot of uh, installation procedures. You can install it. Uh, but after doing this, only that article got accepted. Okay. Uh, then later, I just asked other researchers, and they said if it is an equation editor format, then only their backend proofreading softwares will take these equations properly. Hope you understand, right? Many, for example, elsewhere has proofreading central, Springer has their own. So these uh, journals which having a proofreading tool must take my equations carefully, right? So that's how it changed, and finally the entire article, whatever equations were there, where that is changed based on this math type editor, and finally it is done, it published. Okay, so when you face similar issue in future, try to use this math type. Okay. The next one is how many? Okay, there's can we write or draw figures equations in paper? Okay, see, the writing, drawing figures in the equations. If it is in an image format, recently I saw a tool called Illustrate something like that. Illustrate. So they have an option. You just write in a pen some drawings or equations on your own in the hand. So that you, I think you upload or to the tool, it will create. Okay, create some information like that. One second. Then, yeah. So the next one which we are going to learn today is Adobe Illustrator. I have not used it. Preferable is Inkscape. Many top institute researchers prefer Inkscape. Inkscape is good. For once, very few schematic images only I have used Inkscape. But during my PhD, I have mostly comfortable with PowerPoint and other certain tools. Then once I received a review comments, all your figures DOI number should be not DOI number. The figure resolution should be 300 dpi. So if think I'm sending you that query, so what you will do? Think you are an author. In your article you have images. So I am a reviewer. Mostly reviewer will not see this kind of image quality and all. Think I'm a proofreader or copy editors from the journal. I'm just sending you that all the images must have minimum 300 dpi resolutions, right? So if you are receiving that comments, what will you do? If already you have received similar comments, what you have done? So nobody received such comments. The image quality should be 300 dpi. I have received multiple times. The reviewer will not say those comments. Nobody received that comment. We don't use images. Oh, so in your full article, you don't have any images? Okay, good. Okay. In case you received any other disciplinary researchers you could have received, I tried, I'm just sharing that website here. The tool name is Irfan View. There is a popular YouTube channel in Tamil Nadu, Irfan View, something like that. So you just search Irfan View, download Irfan View software so that you will get this. Okay. You can download it. Very simple tool. It's not a very difficult tool, very, very simple tool. I have used like Paint, a lot of things I have tried. But finally, I come to know that this tool, all the images I have enhanced to that resolution, finally submitted and got published that article. Okay. Sometimes you receive similar images, try to use. So I have not installed it and I'm using it, but earlier I have used. Sometimes if in future some, yes, yes, for images, uh, like for your small understanding, just you explore, like uh, you put Irfan U 300 DPI, you will have such videos mostly. But initially I have tried multiple source. Multiple source. You can just explore, you will get this. Okay. The next what we are going to see is, as a researchers, how we can use the Word file effectively for our research. If you are submitting a research article to a reputed journal, if you don't have much formatting task. You don't have much formatting task. But there may be some Scopus Index journal. They have a Word template. So how to uh, complete that formatting task fast using, there is a style option. I don't know how many of you use those style options in Word file. 1 second, I'm just sharing. This is how normally the author guideline, some format will be shared by the journals, right? 1 second.
They'll be giving the author guidelines For writing your article, you can see the line spacing, page size, margin, paper title, abstract. The keyword should be there, and what font size, and which font, whether it should be italic or not, and introduction, how it should be, headings, and indentation and equations, figures and tables, conclusion, acknowledgement, reference. For journal paper, how the reference should be, books, how it should be, thesis, proceeding papers. So these all you have to follow. And what are all the instructions they have given here, like 1.5 line spacing, or the title should be font size 18, bold, Times New Roman. Such detail you can add in the style option. For example, if font size 18, bold, Times New Roman, just go here and modify it, 8 bold, and then this is like Times New Roman 14 bold, and this is Times New Roman 11 and Times New Roman 14 bold, which means here you can select you can have this as the heading 1 and this as the heading 2, heading 3, heading 4. You can have some name, and you can have this even as the subtitle. Font size 14, just click OK. So just I will select this and I will click subtitle. Yeah, bold option has been missed, so modify it, click bold, OK. So now both were quite similar. And title, just click it here, and title, it has been changed to black. So for editing purpose, you can use this style option for formatting your research article. Thank you. Consider this is the article which I am going to do just formatting work. Heading 1, heading 2. So just as quickly we can complete the whole article very soon if you are using this style option. But one thing what you have to do is, before doing this work, just click title, and in modify you have to use these options like font size, bold or italic or underline, or whether you have to it should be in a center, or you have to justify it, or all these details you have to provide, and click OK. When you set this first, just while you are doing the formatting work, just select and click title, it will works according to it. Thank you.
The most important thing here is the style option. Okay, the style option should be like you have to edit those style option properly. If you edited that style option properly, it is very easy for you to manage. And I think, madam, you have asked, sir. Yeah, sir, you have asked related to this guidelines, right? This is not a common guideline for all the research journals. Journal to journal, this guidelines template will change. Mostly, some journals, not the top Q1, Q2 level journals. If you see some Q4 and certain level journals, they have these kind of templates. Okay. Yeah, in this journal I can share it, but that is not common for all the all the journals. Okay, so that style options, few editings if you are knowing, it will be better. Basically, you need to select the template, and if the template is showing Times New Roman, font size 12, spacing 1.5, the same editing you should give that for title. This is the thing. Then sometimes your sections, your headings or subheadings will be in bold, italic. So you need to first create it in the style options in the Word file. Then you just select it easily. Your task is completed. Or it will be very difficult for you to format the entire article. It will take a lot of time. Okay, so try to use the style options. And I have the part one, but 1 second, I just have a look. So the style option in detail you will be learning here. 1 second, I'm just sharing it.
So when you click normal, if you want to modify it, click modify. Now it is in Calibri body, so you want to have this normal as Times New Roman and 12. The normal has been changed, and you may have some now you go to the title. So title may be New Roman 14 or 18. So okay, the title. Then subtitle will be modify Times New Roman 12. The color is black. Click OK. After the title, you will be having the author's name, comma, university, comma, place, then you'll be having the corresponding author details, and below this you should have the name. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometime one may belongs to university. He may do his PhD in first university, and after he'll be working in some other university, and he'll be working some part of his research work in the next university, so that he can have two affiliations like 1, 2, 2, 3, So corresponding author, email ID, so this is how we'll be doing for the journal. But to have a easier way, which means now we'll be seeing like title is here, subtitle I think we made, then the heading one we will modify it. (16) bold, 15. Okay, so now we may be having a paragraph abstract over here. See, now abstract is a heading, so just if you click abstract and click heading 1, so automatically it will change. Then this will be the body of the article. You can have normal, and then you can have another heading.
So initially, if you are perfectly updating the modify option in these styles, it is very easy for doing the formatting works. Because sometimes I've seen some researchers, they don't go for submitting their research article. The main problem is they don't have masters or PhD students in their colleges, only bachelor students. So bachelor students in 3 months research work, they will have a very less number of limited project. So that limited project, they don't plan like 3 4 students together. They have to do a like great research, quality research, and submit to a quality journal. Many researchers sometimes they don't feel that. So because they give the option to the students, so students will choose different projects. So these projects in a 3 months time or 6 months time, they can't do to certain extent. So it will be in a very limited time. They'll be doing their best. Okay. So to submit these the 6 months small research task to a journal, obviously submitting to top journals and publishing, it is not an easy task. So obviously many researchers, they go for some indexed journal, some private publishers, they have this word file, so you'll format it. If they accept it, fine. If they rejected your manuscript, then you have to submit to another journal with a different format. Okay, so if you are using this style option properly, every article mostly we have the heading like title, other body of the article, then the subheadings. Okay, so these three and other informations you just properly added over here, so it is easy for authors to just select it and complete the task. Select and complete the task very fast. So that's what I shown in the earlier video. Okay.
Keywords, so just select keyword and click heading 1 and select this and click normal. So to make, see, for example, in some journals, if your article may be rejected, so for changing the formatting of your research article, it will be taking more time. To reduce that time, if you have the article and if you are doing this kind of formatting work, it will be quite easier by but the thing is, like, in that journal there will be a format, right? Every journal will be having a format. What is the body of the articles font size, whether that is bold or italic, or the title or the heading, subheading, so caption, headings, so all these details will be there. So you have to take that as a note and just select in the style option heading, heading 1, heading 2, title how it should be, subtitle. So if you modify each option, and just your work will be more easier. Just
See, not only these options. For example, above the table you have a table caption. Below the table you have a figure captions. So small cell information. For example, you do manually your reference process. Okay, reference options. So in there, some journal, the title of the research journal, not research article, the journal's title. Okay, that may be in italic. So you just select every time here and go to italic and all. So preferably if you use these style options, little bit better. And here, uh, as the style is perfectly placed, you will not have much changes. Okay, many publishers, they use their editing options, like book publishers and other publishers, they use their editing and other options through this style options only. Okay.
select this, click, and then icons, 3D models, margin, or the correction. Other than Word, currently
And in Word, how many of you use these review options? Anybody here use the review options? The top, after mailings, there's an option called review.
and mailings, review, like spelling, grammar.
The review, the new commentaries option is there. So this is maybe your student's article. Wherever you need to shoot any queries to the students, just click the new comment option and share your query. So similarly, wherever query is there, you just type it and click new comments. Later, the students will answer or correct the manuscript and they will delete that comments. Okay. So even many collaborators used to work in that manner. So I have certain collaborators in top institutes even. So they just any correction suggestions, these kind of communications will be there. So any queries regarding today's topic, this MS Word, then the article rejections part, then the math type. Math type, if there is any researchers, you work with a lot of equations, try to use it. If you have any query, feel free to ask me. Okay. Okay. Is it today is the mathematics day? Or are you from mathematics discipline? So today we just initially discussed about the reasons for rejection of research article. So there are multiple reasons. So many experts, like many participants here, shared their thoughts in the chat. Most of the content were replicated in the presentation also, like small sampling, like some small sample, some a discussion part, the flow of writing. Why I am sharing this again is we all know that these are all the reasons the article is getting rejected, right? But still we make the imperfections in our article and we will submit to the journal, and we think without doing all these things whether our article is getting published or not, right? So So most important thing here is, as we know, these are the reasons for rejection. So make our article as perfect as possible and submit to the journals. Then other tool is named as MathType. It has a good options in MathType. And one interesting options I like normally in MathType is there's an option to save the equations. Every time, for example, related to the discipline, frequently like some 7 to 12 equations, if I am frequently using it, all these equations I can add it. Any changes I am making in that equations, I can make it. All options, matrix, subscripts, superscripts, all options were available in MathType 2. Then using Word. In Word, there's a unique option styles that many researchers we don't frequently use it. So that options will help you to format based on the journal guidelines. Some journals, they when you click the MS Word template, you will get a Word file. So they will clearly mention Times New Roman, fonts X12, spacing, and heading will be in bold. All those details they will mention it. Based on that, you change those options in the styles, and then it is easy for you to format it. Next, uh, important thing is the review option. Try to use it. It is very simple only. Uh, Many researchers like students and faculty, their communications in reviewing the article, they use the review options. So kindly share all videos in one folder. You are asking me, sir, I don't have. In some batch earlier, long back, a researcher he downloaded and have in a drive and finally he shared it. If somebody is having like that, they can share it. So thank you all. Try to when you have